Hey, 10-minute daily reality check. Feeling inspired from Montauk. I got to tell you, I have left the brown behind. That's right. There's nothing more beautiful than a Los Angeles summer as you drive down the 405 or the 101 and you look to the right. Never look to the left in LA when you're driving, especially if you're heading one direction, because all you see is a mass quantities of car, and you think to yourself, what the fuck are all these people doing in their car at this time? How can they possibly be sitting in traffic? Because I work at home for a reason. Because if I had to commute living in Los Angeles, I would go find a job elsewhere. For one, LA is way overpriced. For two, LA is way overpriced. For three, LA is overpriced. And four, who the fuck can drive in LA all day long? And if I did have a job, I had to make sure it was down the street. Whether it was owning the Starbucks or owning my own business, I'd make sure it was down the street where I could take my feet and walk. Then again, walking in LA is so dangerous because nobody ever looks out for people. And that when people walk across the street there, they walk across the street like they have all the time in the world. Don't worry about it. The bike riders in LA have attitude. Brett, do you get that all the time? Like a bike rider, you'll honk to get them to move over and they'll give you the finger. And you think to yourself, yeah, you're on a bike, I'm in a giant car. I've got 4,000 pounds, you have 23.875 pounds. I can run you over. But in LA, they don't think it's, they just think it's, anything to do. But hello, Green, Lloyd Lindsay Young, remember him?
Yes.
Okay, so Lloyd Lindsay Young was this newscaster on Channel 9 News, right? And do you remember what his signature line was?
No.
Okay. So before he would do the weather, he would always say hello to a certain part of towns. Right?
Okay,
right?
yeah, and I remember.
The Lloyd Lindsay Young, and you can look it up, find him on Google. Don't be lazy, find Lloyd Lindsay Young. He would go, hello, Montauk Point, and he'd always pick somewhere else, and you get really excited. Every night you think to yourself, when and where and how is Lloyd Lindsay Young going to motivate me tonight? Because he was this motivational speaker via a weatherman, because he said hello to you, and you just felt really good inside. So today, coming from Greenville, it's really great. Beware of all the Lyme disease and the tick signs all over the place out here. Mosquitoes the size of, birds. I'll take that anytime over the brown summer. It's so beautiful. The trees are actually green and they look like they're alive. Not in Los Angeles. By August, the trees look like they are suffocating because they're so thirsty. When is it going to rain? When is it going to rain? Anyway, today's reality check is this. If you live in a place like Los Angeles, why the fuck do you drive hours and hours and hours and hours a day? Do you not believe that you can create your own business that is seconds away? Do you not believe that you can find a better job that is seconds away? Why do you work for other people when you truly would love to work for yourself? Why do you live in a place that you don't actually like? Oh, wait, that sounds like my life. Oh, shit, because this is my happy place. I'd rather live here 6 months out of the year and live in Brooklyn the other 6 months out of the year. But that's okay. I've got a daughter, and sacrifices need to be made. So I can understand if you're part of these sacrificial people, because I sacrificed to live in Los Angeles because my daughter lives there. But I've told everybody 1,000 times that I'd be back on the East Coast. I would have done it 3 years ago when I came out here and I saw Sag Harbor again. And I was like, holy shit, I'm buying this little $600,000 house. I actually almost bought it that afternoon and then woke up from the reality because I had a little reality check. The reality check was, Daddy, oh, wait a second, that's my daughter. I can't do that unless I build, at that time, I could have built a guest house, could have put my ex back on the guest house, and that would have been really fucking being crazy, right?
That is suicide.
That's suicide. I can imagine my ex, her boyfriend, and my daughter in the guest house, shuffling back and forth.
Sounds like a bad sitcom.
It's called a bad sitcom. It's called Divorce American Style. I'm going to go get her and I'm going to be a good old American. I'm going to put her in the guest house and I'm going to have her forever and ever. So anyway, today's reality check is all about
creating your own life. It's about what I was talking to David about what happened to me 5 years ago, and he and I have been friends for a long time, but I always thought in my head was, why can't I do this? And why can't I do that? And why can't my life be like this? And why can't it be like that? A lot of like what David was just saying. And about 5 years ago, when I was really at the edge of the cliff, when I had to jump off, when I had no money and no chances and no place to live, and I had used unemployment, and then I got on emergency unemployment, and that ran out, and everything.
Whoa. Emergency unemployment.
Emergency unemployment, yep.
Thank you, government. What the hell is emergency?
Thank you, Barack Obama. Yep, totally. That was an Obama thing, right? Because the economy was so bad in 2008, he had to extend unemployment benefits. So I was done with emergency unemployment. And somebody offered me a job for $150,000 that would have spent 4 hours a day in the car, and I would have never seen my son until he'd gone off to college. So I said, I'm probably crazy, but I'm going to say no thank you. And then I went home and I did for the first time in my life something that changed everything. And I thought, and it sounds really simple and it sounds kind of woo-woo, but I thought, okay, if I could do anything, if I could have any life I wanted, what would I have? What would it look like? First time in my life, I was 50 years old and I thought that way. Well, I'm happy to report that exactly what I wanted. I work for myself. I travel where I want. I spend as much time with my son as I want to. I have money for his education. I have money for his training because he's an athlete. Everything I asked for, I got. And that's, to me, was the biggest aha moment I've ever had in my life. Stop thinking about what you can have and think about what you want. Don't worry about how you're going to get it. Just think about what you want.
That's interesting because I've been really good at that. I have limiting beliefs. My limiting beliefs are I never was, until I started watching some shows, until I started going into some houses. I was watching that movie Big Little Lies, right? And I saw some of those houses and I think to myself, damn, I've been really good at manifesting my whole life. I never fucking manifested the house. I went around Los Angeles all those times and I always said to myself, I didn't buy the houses, even though I could have bought many houses because I would negotiate how many house deals. It's almost like I was dating the house deal and then finding a reason not to be with that house. I almost said that date, right?
Because you have regret around real estate. That's the one area of your life that you have regret around. So that regret is keeping you from manifesting.
Right. Because I have had the money and I still do. And I don't do anything because I've had the regret around it because now it's triple the price. So my manifestation now, I'm hearing it and I do. There's a lack. We all have a lack. We all definitely, if you look through your life, okay, maybe you manifested the great relationship. Maybe you manifested the great kids. Maybe you manifested, the great friendships in your life. We all have what I call manifestation deficiency. Now, if you go to Whole Foods and you look, there's a vitamin out there. It's called MV12, okay? And it's called Manifest Deficiency Vitamin 12. It's based on Joe Namath being able to manifest him beating the Baltimore Colts. It's the only thing he was ever able to do because he really was just an average quarterback. He threw more interceptions than touchdowns, but the guy literally looked at the entire world, 23 years old, full of cocky behavior, and said, yeah, we're going to win the Super Bowl. And he believed it. He believed it before he actually did it. And, you've got people like Tom Brady who manifested his entire career. I'm really good at manifesting it on the human design chart. It's interesting. Go look at the human design chart and see exactly who you are. I'm a manifester. I have manifestation deficiency in my house. For some reason or another, I just don't ever ask the universe for that extra $1 million. And I know a lot of you listening right now are going, David, oh my God, you almost threw up in your mouth right now. The extra $1 million, it's like, holy shit. Some of you are living a life where you're actually wanting an extra $5 per week. But do you understand what I'm saying here? The universe doesn't know at all a number. If you ask for $5, it will probably give you $5. If you look at your life and say, God, I wish I had just enough money to go out to dinner on a Friday night. And all of a sudden you have enough money just to go out to dinner on a Friday night. So you have to ask for the number. And I think that, Brett, that's where my manifestation deficiency comes in. And I think that's the thing that I know personally I need to work on is I re-signed my lease. Kind of, sort of, which is really interesting. I didn't sign it. I re-signed it for 9 months. I'm giving myself till May of next year to go and get what I want. Okay, so literally it's 9 months from September the 4th. I'm giving myself 9 months to get exactly what I want because I do not want to sign another shitty rental lease. Now, I've had nice places too, but I do not want to sign another rental lease ever again next May. So I've got the loaded gun to my head, but it's not, because you don't see me sweating. You don't see me having pressure. I truly believe it. I am crafting the home. These homes in Big Little Lies were great because it had all these rooms, and there was a living room, and it didn't have kid shit in the living room like a lot of people have kid shit in the living room because they have no money for a family room, right? So it's like almost like everything is taking over. I want separation of church and state. I want adult rooms. I want a kid room. I want all that stuff, right? Manifestation. So I am now I am seeing it, and then I'm believing it, and then I'm going to see it.
Right, exactly. That's the key, because we kind of grew up seeing, I'll believe it when I see it. No. That doesn't really work. You have to believe it first, and that's the really challenging part about manifestation. You have to believe that you have it. Believe that it's coming to you. If you can actually get past that and even be grateful for having it before it comes, it really kind of turbocharges everything.
So basically, think about what you want. That's today's reality. Think about what you want, no matter how grandiose it is, no matter how crazy it might be, and then thank the universe every single morning for it coming. Literally, wake up in the morning, the first thing you need to say is give the appreciation and gratitude to God or the universe, whatever you believe in, angels soaring above, devils living below, whatever the fuck you believe in that brings you to higher power. Literally wake up in the morning and say, thank you so much, because next May I'm going to be signing my deal on my really big house. Thank you so much for delivering that. Thank you so much. Every night before you go to bed, do the same exact thing, because what you're doing is you're reprogramming your subconscious. Your conscious mind is reprogramming your subconscious mind, changing your beliefs. So how is it going to happen? It doesn't really matter. It's going to happen because you are going to be working towards that and believing in that. I know how it's going to happen. You see, Brett and I are probably going to do something amazing together, and both of us are going to manifest it together because we're going to make these ridiculous money giving out this incredible secret to the world that we started talking about yesterday in the car, because now I'm starting to see it clearly now because I have green trees in front of me, and when I have fucking green in front of me, I feel more inspired than shit brown because it causes an emotion in me. That's the reason why I wanted to live out in Sag Harbor, because every single time that I create magic for my home environment. Brett and I are both Cancers. Our homes are important to us. So to me, I'm an ultra creative person. So if I'm staring out the window of brown all day long, I feel kind of mediocre. So here I'm sitting here and I feel, holy shit, you know what? Next summer I'm coming here. I'm going to bring my girl. I'm going to bring my kid. Yeah, that's right. My kid is finally going to get on a fucking airplane with her dad, because you know what? If I need to get a court order injunction to get my kid, and if I need to go bond and tie her up, okay, and say you're coming on an airplane with me, which, by the way, Brett, she says over and over again she would get on an airplane with me when we're alone. And she wants to go and come to the places that I go, and she was actually upset that she's not here right now. So that's part of my manifestation. My manifestation has a lot of things. So that is going to be my mantra every morning. What's yours going to be? Brett's going to leave his mantra, and then we're going to let you go create your own in the reality.
I deserve to have what I want. I deserve to have what I want, right? I can have what I want.
Be more specific. What is it that you want? Do you want that house that you want to go and rebuild? Do you want to live in a certain neighborhood? Let's go fucking grandiose, because this is now August 16th, 2017. Next summer when we come out here, we're going to come out here, we're going to have a house. Not that there's anything wrong with this house. This house is beautiful. But next summer, let's have a house on the beach, and let's have lots of people here. And,
I want the house on the ocean. I want the loving relationship with my girl. I want the business that's thriving and working with me and working without me. And I want happiness and my son with me. And, those would be good things.
All right, that's good. Tomorrow we'll come back with more reality check. Most likely it will be Brett, who will be a guest all week. It will be my brother, who knows how to manifest nothing. It might be his wife, and we might have advice from a 5-year-old. Nicholas Wygant will be giving advice. So, 10-minute daily reality check out. Do me a favor, okay? Write down the stuff that you want. Don't just do me a favor, just do it, okay? Write down the things that you want. Share your thoughts and pass this on to other people, because this could be one of the most enlightening podcasts ever. Believe it and you'll see it.